All right, Joe. There we go. I am back. I have water, and I am hydrating. And lunch is on the way. Lunch is on the way. I talked to my mom about my plans, what my plans for today were. So she agreed to drop off some sushi for me when she swings by. Because, like, obviously I need food, but, like, actually, like, cooking and making a genuine meal requires time away from this game. And I find that to be a rather unacceptable proposition unless explicitly no other options levels necessary.
Hey, Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading.
Not me combing through this map with a fine tooth comb. Alright, this is the general store. So around back was the shortcut, if I remember correctly. This is so fucking eerily accurate, man. I can't get over it. Oops. There we go. Okay, so the path is blocked off here. Okay, so gotta go around the general store. What's up, Thornton?
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
I'm not worried about it. Yet.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
You'd probably be surprised. Okay, we're making a little detour. What the entire fuck is this?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Another fucking control another fucking FBC setup.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. I feel like fucking Mr. Scratch has a knife to my throat with some of these messages. Yeah, that's the FBC's property of the FBC. I gotta admit, I was not expecting Remedy to go all out like this. Like, I was expecting subtlety, and this is just like, nah, man. You know what's up here.
All together yet? Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
If only it was that simple. No wonder this shit is fenced off. It's because it's the fucking FBC's territory. So how the fuck does Thornton have a key to this shit?
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
I've got to remember that I have to push and hold for the map. Okay, so that's the... Oh, that's cool that it actually marks off the places that you've been. That's cool. I dig that. I super dig that.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Also, I super appreciate the little lines of dialogue that actually communicate us wandering off the beaten path. Because that's something that's always thrown me off in video games, where it's like where the narrative acts like you should go like straight through to the next thing. And so there's that little bit of dissonance when the characters are just like standing around waiting for you while you go off and like explore some obscure corner of the map. Like actually having these lines of dialogue where your character says, hey, I want to go check this out real quick. And like whoever else is leading the other characters in the scene, or just maybe the other single character, like, all right, you know where to find me. We'll be here. Like just that little bit helps that dissonance completely vanish. And I appreciate that so much. I finally made my way over these fences easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned. I have to find another spot somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. That's not concerning at all. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, I saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit. Food might be on the way. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive, but edible and surprisingly tasty. Don't eat the food, the plants that grow off of the haunted lake mist. Don't do that. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So I feel bad, but whoever this is dead. The author of this is very definitely dead. I will be right back. I need to make sure that the alarm is off so that doesn't go off when food gets here. I'm just gonna. Can I? I'm not gonna throw up the screen. I'll be right back. I don't want to. With everything set up and working properly, I don't want to risk fucking with it. All right, I'm back. But yeah, whoever wrote this is very definitely dead. It must be their one of their campsites that
Maybe I
we've
should call
been.
David. See how Logan's doing.
They're fine, Anderson. What's got you so worried?
I just feel bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this far from them.
They can manage without you for a few days.
Gonna be a long few days. So they must have maybe retreated back up here? Or something? Or we're just back at the parking lot. Yeah, no, we're just back at the parking lot. God, this game is gorgeous. I might turn the brightness up. Hold on. And this should, hopefully this will stop the subtitles from getting blocked by my camera. Okay. Let's see how that works. It's a little better. Signage subtitles?
Here we
Oh shit. So yeah, for the signs and stuff in game. That's cool.
are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Oh god, are you gonna actually make me drive? Please don't. Thank god.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
It'll pass. Oh, Bright
Need to swing by the
Falls.
lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
This must be the lodge. This is new. Elderwood Palace Lodge. God.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls.
Aw.
By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop.
Hi, Pat.
And I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our meteorologist.
I'm a bit bummed it's not the same voice actor, but, you know, 13 years.
But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery.
Can't really expect much.
Are you there? Yes. Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today? Rain. That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week? Also rain. Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest? No. Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans.
No,
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
Yes, I can turn him up a little bit. And yeah, Deerfest is about to happen. Audio, dialogue volume. That's as high as I can get it. I remember there was a fucking supply cache back here 13 years ago. Dead end, huh? Billy's Boatyard. Yeah,
I need bolt cutters.
Alright, that's gonna have to wait. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit without getting things too fucked up. Oh god, there it went. Okay. Alright, well y'all can see games still, so that's fine. We'll crank this down to here. Crank this up to here, perhaps? Alright, we'll try this and see how it sounds. Because I was watching some of yesterday's stream back, and it was a little... The audio balance definitely could have used some tuning. Alright, let's see how this goes. Cool. OBS stayed right where I wanted it. Still behind the webcam? Damn. Not a whole lot I can do about that, unfortunately. I'll see if I can... I can't, unfortunately. Oh, that sound brings back unpleasant memories. No, with where the subtitles are showing up, I'd have to move my whole camera setup, and I'd have to like open up Stream Elements, and that's a whole thing. Whoop. Fear the dark, fear the woods. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've heard that the campaign is a pretty lengthy one. So like like I said, I'm going until I drop today, but I am under no beliefs that I'm gonna finish it today. So I will.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Well, we're about to go to the Oh Dear Diner, so I think we might be about to find out. Jaywalking costs lives. I thought that said daywalking costs lives. And I'm like, what? You got fucking vampires here now? I mean, I did warn y'all, King, that this game was going to be my entire personality when it came out, so. The historic Elderwood Palace Lodge of Bright Falls. This building was constructed as part of one of the early settlements in the greater Bright Falls area. Built in 1898, the building has been both in private and public use through the years, and has bravely stood the test of time. In 2015, it was carefully taken apart and relocated here in downtown Bright Falls, where it was rebuilt into its originally glory log by log. The Elderwood Palace Lodge reopened in Bright Falls in 2016 and has served its customers faithfully ever since. Okay, so yeah, so they moved this downtown to Bright Falls about 5-6 years after the first game. Yep.
Welcome back.
That's what I was thinking too, King. I love how so much of this is like accurately recreated from the first game. Like this is fucking Bright Falls, but like rebuilt to actually like with modern graphics and shit. Like there's the church, which means the sheriff's office is right there.
Any interesting guests lately? Any good finds?
Zilch, but someone left a gross surprise under their bed for housekeeping. They went nuts.
I'll be back in a
So,
second.
Roger.
That's what all that screaming was about?
Either that, or the couple on their honeymoon.
Oh wow, this is so cool. That I could essentially like I could navigate this place from memory. That's fucking dope as fuck. I love that. Oh god. That's terrible news. Mayor Setter won't roll over on the issues.
Mayor Seto won't roll over on the issues.
Huh. So some of this is definitely new. But like the town itself on the whole. Yeah, not me just exploring Bright Falls because I can. Free? I'll take free. Undiscovered map. Okay. That's fair. How far out of town do you think I can get? Well, either way, I'm not
I need to go
worry
back.
about it.
Got a case to solve.
I can jog.
How's that mystery business of yours going?
Main Street.
We missed you at trivia night.
You did.
Ooh, that's lunch.
Stop avoiding the question, Mark.
So yeah, it's been 13 years. Bright Falls has done a little remodeling, but hey, you know, infrastructure spending is always a good thing.
When you guys said nothing ever happens in this town, you weren't kidding.
Duh!
On the surface, at least.
Or in the public eye.
Bruh, if you think nothing happens in Bright Falls, you're not paying attention.
Hi. Just how much coffee have you
Did you
had
get
today,
lost,
Charlie?
Anderson?
I went exploring.
Don't know, don't care.
Oh, Charlie's had so much coffee.
Not enough.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
Oh, dear.
Nice looking float for share.
Cute.
This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect.
It is indeed a thermos mascot.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
You must be Sheriff Breaker.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
And on that note, I am going to go
Look
get
through the
food.
case files you
Because food is here, and I am hungry. Hungry enough to eat anyway. Alright, now I am set. Not that I'm even actually going to use these chopsticks, but...
sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, calm down, man.
You can go
Calm
ahead,
down.
Anderson.
Calm down.
We'll
Calm down.
be here.
Calm down. It's not like they're drawing straight lines back to your two of your favorite Remedy games ever.
I can't believe that happened.
Oh my god,
I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
the diner's laid out almost exactly the same.
I'll take your mind off things.
Where's the... oh, right, Barry stole it. Okay. If there is not an achievement for what I am about to do, I am going to be so upset. There better be a fucking achievement for this. No! God damn it! No! I wanted to play fucking Coconut. No! The poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over. I'm... Well played, Remedy. Well played. It says the jukebox is out of order. The poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over and over again. I'm as big a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on! Fair play, Remedy. Fair play. Oh, they moved the swordfish. Almost, King. Almost. Yeah, they still haven't changed the fucking lights back in the bathroom. Yeah, sorry. Your names are both the same color right now, so I got a wee bit confused.
Rest easy, buddy.
Oh, that's sweet. Collectibles? I guarantee you, Junk, someone is already making that video. Hey, I got the map to the town. Okay, so the lights are on back here.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Yeah, superhuman strength. Ooh, very nice, King. Oh, the bathroom has been remodeled. Nice.
It doesn't budge.
Yeah, figures. Eesh. Nom.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Stop. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. Don't dig any further down that rabbit hole. Trust me. You don't want to know what sits at the bottom.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Also, I have to know, Tammy, your agent for your book wouldn't happen to be Barry Wheeler, would it?
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Yeah, no, that wasn't all. Y'all found something. I need to know what it is.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Eat. Come on. I need the other. Give me. Fine. You don't want to comply with the chopsticks?
I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. Nah.
Okay, now we're getting more complicated. Cult stashes.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult.
Indeed they
Better
could.
keep an eye out for more.
So more collectibles to track. This is the one we found in... Oh. I'm gonna be so sad if Rose turns out to be the cult leader.
Okay.
Like, truly, I'm just putting it out there now. If that's what's going on, I'm gonna be bummed.
The Cult of the Tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
The
Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Tammy, where's the necklace? No, what's with the radio? Oh, cool. I can just come back and listen to shit. Nice. Have the songs that are stuck in her head.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Well, Rose is doing better than I expected. Although I am now very concerned for Saga and the implications of all that. Yeah, I was thinking that too, King. Oh, there's a whole other section of town then that we're not that we don't have access to right now.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The Cult of the Tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this Cult of the Tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something.
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
That was a good one. I'll give him
Hey,
that.
what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
All right,
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Has it been renovated?
Just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
The answer appears to be no.
Pay my ticket whenever you're ready to take my money.
Ah, the jail's been renovated. Expanded, it seems.
They locked up an innocent man.
Did they now? Alright. Nothing to write home about. And yes, I am being nosy as fuck.
See you around.
Agent?
Yeah, some slight renovations, but nothing too major.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. It only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, bear.
What the fuck?
Help. Somebody called for a tour guide. Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. Bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And
what the fuck?
Anywhere.
What the fuck?
Through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak.
That's funny.
The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
That was wild. That was worth the detour.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget.
Small town.
I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Oh, this ain't creepy as fuck.
Morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
I was gonna say, Casey, I knew you were a grim motherfucker, but damn.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Alright. Do I want to eat during this? Probably not, but I'm going to anyway.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
I don't want to know.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see what we can put together.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. That's not right. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is waterlogged. Doesn't add up.
You know, it's always kind of funny dealing with mystery narratives when, like, you as an audience member are like 10 steps ahead of the actual, like, investigating character, because it's like, we know what happened to Nightingale. The real question is, how did he get out of the lake?
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I 100% believe there's a manuscript page in his chest. Yep. As expected.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
How many pages have you found, and when have you found them?
No, wait.
Where the fuck did he go?
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Why does he want the fucking clicker? Why is the clicker relevant again?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He can't see me in the light.
I don't know yet, Toby, but that
My
I don't
gun's
like
out in the
this.
hall. Gotta get it back.
Why does it want the clicker?
Go.
That went well. This is not how the story goes. Nice touch. Well, here's your chance to see what you didn't see before, Quirky.
same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
I should have replayed Quantum Break now that I'm thinking about it.
No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Casey!
Okay, so he threw it through the big open double doors.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. Must be locked from the other side. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
I cannot fucking see. Ooh, fuck. Here we go. Ow. I should have... I was trying to use the flashlight. Oh boy. Oh boy. I am definitely gonna have to like properly calibrate my survival instincts for survival horror games. I hope you don't mind me skipping this again, because we've seen it twice now in very rapid succession.
He's coming. Need to be in the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house.
He vanished.
Saga, I love you, but you are way underleveled for this encounter. Way underleveled for this encounter. Fuck! Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna love the music for this game. Because Remedy, all of these songs were custom recorded and written specifically. Mother's a seer with second sight. Saga called it. She is actually fucking psychic. Same, Toby. Mother's a seer with the second sight. This song is clearly written from Alan's perspective. Absolutely. Because she's not in the dark place with you anymore. So, follow the deer to follow the owl. Follow the cult. I don't know who the owl would be. Yet. Who's Alan following? Maybe, Toby. I want to know who Alan's following. Or it could be Saga it could be referencing Saga following him. I don't think it's Zane, King. Although, no, pause. So I found the video I linked in the media room last night. The compilation of all of the Alan Wake scenes from the AWE expansion for Control. His doppelganger is posing as Thomas Zane, but Thomas Zane, the filmmaker, who made a movie where the diver was the main character. And the doppelganger was talking about how he and Alan were working together on a new project, and that Alan had a plan for escape that was absolutely going to work this time, which furthermore implying that American Nightmare is canon insofar as that it was a failed attempt to escape the dark place. So following his doppelganger deeper into the dark, maybe? But also, especially now that we've played this opening chapter of Alan Wake 2, combine that with the cinematics from the DLC for Control, I am quadrupling down on my stance that Alan Wake wrote Control from the dark place so that he could write Alan Wake 2, escape the dark place, and make sure that whatever followed him out could be captured, destroyed, or contained without harming the world. So the Federal Bureau of Control is essentially his insurance policy that anything that follows him out of the dark place can be reliably and safely neutralized, rather than being set free to unleash chaos on the world. That is, and especially with how much of the Federal Bureau of Control we've already seen, yeah, I am quintupling down on the stance that fucking Alan Wake wrote Control so that he could write Alan Wake 2 without destroying the world in the process. Hear me now, quote me later, kill me on this hill if you must. That is canon to the Remedy Connected Universe. Alan Wake wrote Control so he could properly write Alan Wake 2 without destroying the world. Hear me now, quote me later.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He absolutely did.
Like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
Find Sarah. If Tim Breaker isn't sticking around, find Sarah.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit.
Yep.
This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
You said it yourself, Saga! We were attacked by a dead man without a heart! If that's not supernatural, I don't know what the fuck could be!
The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages up.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult.
The overlap?
A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
The overlap. Okay, that's another data point. So like a yeah, no, you're right, King. The overlap, that weird transitive plane between the material world and like the ethereal plane. It's the transition between the material plane and the dark place. Gotta be. Baby girl, you're behaving yourself down there. Okay. I don't know, King. I don't know.
Can't be opened on this side.
I think trying to figure out how much of this world was real before Alan wrote it is a fool's errand. Personally. Because there's no way to know, right? There's no way to know what was real before Alan wrote it. Because the way that shit works is that whatever maintenance in progress, whatever he wrote supersedes the previous reality and literally retcons reality to make the new shit make sense, which is why you have to so rigidly adhere to the rules of drama, as he mentioned in American Nightmare, because if you don't, if the world you write isn't internally consistent with the established sort of meta canon, then the incantation essentially that you're trying to weave won't work. You know, it's like trying to cast a D&D spell without like the proper components. Like if the spell requires verbal, somatic, and material, without any one of those components, then the spell fails and you can't cast it.
It doesn't budge.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Alright, back to the Mind Palace we go.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation.
Mm-hmm.
This is the case we must solve.
We have to reprofile Nightingale, I think. Oh, we can come back and watch the... I love that. I absolutely love that. That's so fucking cool.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing.
Yeah,
monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too, Nightingale. Was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
Oh, we can come back here to listen to the song. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. We have more important things to do. Otherwise, I'll be here listening to it all day. I loved it so much of that. Like, this is absolutely peak game design. This is peak game design. Rather than making you go back out and exit the world, so to speak, it's literally like just listen. It's like literally like replaying a song that you know in your head. This is so delightfully weird and so perfectly on brand for Remedy and Alan Wake and Remedy in general and Alan Wake specifically.
page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Notice how the Bright Falls natives don't even blink.
Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
They're a fine pair.
Well, you know, they do the best they can with what they've got. Can I go in there? Yay! Alright, meeting's over. Time to be Snoopy.
Enjoy your day.
And nothing.
Hey, how you doing?
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Do not enter.
Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
I want to see if I can go to the church.
Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree.
No,
It's
I
our best
can't.
lead. I'm
Sad
gonna take a
face.
quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could go back to the church and see from there if I could find the bookstore, but answer was no. Oh, man. Can we go back to the diner? Can we see if we can talk to Rose? Ma'am, are you all good? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can go back to the diner. Pine Funeral Home.
Enjoy your day.
I intend to, thank you. Looks like I can go back to the diner.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo.
Oh god, there's
I'm
another
very
one of
busy
these.
Wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Yako needs. I'm a beer to the rescue.
Oh my god.
Bring out your inner Wolverine with Armor beer. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Armor beer. Armor beer is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out. It's not sad if it's intentional. Alma beer, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Rose? Oh, shit, we can talk to her.
Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
So, I saw some, in one of the reviews I read for Alan Wake, someone criticized some of the facial animations for being a little bit stiff and, like, Uncanny Valley-ish. And they used Rose as an example, which, like, fair, I see it. I understand why that conclusion would be drawn. I think it's actually on purpose as a way of illustrating that Rose is actually wearing a mask of her own to hide all the fucked up shit really going on in her head because of what she went through 13 years ago. She is junk. She is. She was an Alan Wake super fan that we met in the diner when he and his wife first came to town. And she later got mildly possessed by the dark presence to try and trap Alan and have him recaptured. She survived, but, you know, you don't get possessed by an otherworldly eldritch horror made of pure darkness without having a few scars from it.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces.
And Agent Nightingale was the FBI. Well, okay, so forgotten most of the first game. Agent Nightingale was, at the time, we thought we were being harassed by him as an FBI agent. And he was, like, bound and determined to find Alan, capture him, prove that he was conspiring to murder a federal agent. And he was very trigger happy. Violently trigger happy. Today, in Alan Wake 2, we find out that he was not actually an FBI agent at the time. He was fired years previously because after his partner was shot and killed on the job, Nightingale basically descended into alcoholism and paranoia.
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
So, yeah, he wasn't actually an FBI agent at the time. Yeah, exactly. That's more or less exactly my thinking, Junk. That it's a deliberate artistic choice rather than just, you know, poor animation. Especially when you stack it up with everyone else we've seen so far. Deliberate choice.
This town was the best.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that
3
case,
years.
I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
But then you wouldn't be in a horror story. Come on, Saga. No, that wouldn't be American Nightmare. American Nightmare was set in Arizona. But that, everything he just talked about, that started 3 years after the first game.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Just want the map. So 3 years after Alan Wake, Alex Casey, the real person, starts getting these letters in the mail. And then a murder cult starts copying the murders in the book in New York because they think it's a ritual to bring Alan Wake back to reality. Oh yeah, Junk. So let me blow your mind even further, because there's a DLC, the AWE expansion for Control. AWE stands for Altered World Event in the Control vernacular, but at least me personally, I always called it the Alan Wake expansion, because the whole expansion is essentially a stealth confirmation that Alan Wake 2 was going to be their next game. And it ends with, like, the very last scene, which doesn't actually have any real bearing on the meat of the expansion, is the FBC picking up an Altered World Event notification from Bright Falls from 2 years in the future. and there's a whole bunch of Alan Wake stuff in that expansion that I think is going to pay off here. But the theory that is going to blow your mind, I don't even think it's a theory at this point. I think it's canon, because we're already still in this game getting corroborating evidence. Alan Wake wrote Control so that he could write Alan Wake 2 and escape from the dark place without letting something loose that could destroy the world. And there is evidence of this being true in the Alan Wake expansion for Control. And Toby, as to what you missed, 3 years after the first game, Alex Casey, our FBI buddy here, starts getting letters in the mail that are messages chopped up from pages in Alan Wake's Alex Casey books, as a murder cult in New York starts performing copycat murders in New York of all of the murders in the Alex Casey books, because they think they're performing a ritual that will return Alan Wake to the real world. So And Junk, the evidence in support of my, I'll keep calling it a theory since Remedy's not yet actually confirmed that this is true. We've already crossed paths with, like right down here. We've seen stations and fences and buzzers put there by the Federal Bureau of Control. I think we can walk by some here and I'll show you. But yeah,
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Yeah, so like right here, you can see FBC security perimeter gate entry for authorized personnel only. And then there's a Federal Bureau of Control station here just down these steps. Because after the events of Alan Wake, the FBC rocked up to Cauldron Lake and fenced off basically the entire area to try and stop.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Huh. What are you two doing here?
Hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
Son of a bitch, Toby. I never put that together. Like, I don't know, cause like they are some white ass motherfuckers, and Saga ain't mixed. But it's Alan Wake. You never fucking know. Adoption's a thing. Maybe she was adopted into the family.
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by.
He's not looking. I'ma go be nosy. Maintenance notice. Clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I've fixed it so any alerts will come our way, but it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix this thing. If you're reading this, check for tampering. We may want to put more secure metal casing around the whole thing so that the raccoons can't get into it anymore. Stephen Lin, chief technician. Okay, that's still there that we've already opened. It's...
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Buffoons my ass.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
I'd be happy to get you VIP tickets into Coffee World.
Maybe another time.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
But I don't drink coffee.
We brew our own beer, too. Ahma beer.
Now we're talking.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
Because he wasn't.
About to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them?
Nope.
Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
I don't know, King. That's funny, Toby. Thank you for that. Why is it...
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
They carved it into the... Indeed, Toby, indeed. Can I? Okay.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
Okay. I need to stop here. Because this lighting that we're looking at right now with the flashlight, that is exactly, almost perfectly, how flashlights look in these woods when it's all wet, misty, and foggy out. That is absolutely jaw-dropping attention to detail.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Are they radiating? Yeah, they are. They are radiating darkness, or at least some kind of eldritch power. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Junk, that's something else that we discovered replaying Alan Wake 1 the last couple of days. Sam Lake, the creative director at Remedy Studios and the one of the writers for Alan Wake 1 and 2, he exists in universe. And Alex Casey looks just like him because Sam Lake did the facial capture for fucking Alex Casey.
The tracks lead into the water.
So
Where do we go from here?
Don't do it. Don't. Yeah!
A presence.
Woo! Hey, look! It's our old friend, the red survival boxes. Also, I would like to point out, how do I actually access my inventory? Press Y to open the inventory. Okay. Battery pack, trauma pad. Remedy, you absolutely cheeky motherfuckers. Do y'all want to know how much of a deep cut these painkillers are? Pain medication. Restores a small amount of health quickly and replenishes additional health over time. Yeah, I see that. I might have to move my camera. Because it's also covering up some of the HUD. But no, here's how much of a deep fucking cut painkillers are as healing items in this game. Because this isn't the first Remedy game where you recovered health by eating painkillers. The first Remedy game where you ate painkillers as a method of recovering health was the original Max Payne. Remedy, you cheeky motherfuckers. That is a deep fucking cut. You cheeky sons of bitches. That's hilarious and I love it. I don't know, Junk. I think that depends on who has the rights to Max Payne. I don't think Remedy does. I think Rockstar has the rights to Max Payne because I know Microsoft has the rights still to Quantum Break. And this is actually relevant because, I guess, mild spoiler alert? I don't know. It's been in the marketing material. But there's a character that I think Alan is going to meet called Mr. Door. who is a hello little one. What? Hi. Excuse me. Who is a mysterious suit-wearing black man. Hi. And I specify this because in Quantum Break, there was a character played by Lance Reddick whose name was Mr. Hatch. Hello, little one. Am I not paying enough attention to you? But because Remedy doesn't actually own the rights to Quantum Break, they had to get creative. Hello. Hello, Wigglebutt. Am I annoying you with my love? Kitty. Alright, go on. Oh, they did? Sweet. Yeah, because I think 2012 was when Rockstar released Max Payne 3, which wasn't developed by Remedy, and it showed. Blep. What's going on, baby girl? What? You're a goof. She is being a very silly girl. I don't know if they have the rights to Quantum Break. I think if they did have the rights to Quantum Break, they would have just had Mr. Door be Mr. Hatch.
Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
Ooh, right bumper.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Hello, little one. Okay, so the battery no longer regenerates, which makes sense. Put a little more emphasis on the survival part of survival horror. That's a good difference to note. You know what, actually? Batteries, shotgun ammo, adhesive bandage, restores a good amount of health. Fucking the painkillers are gonna fuck me up, y'all. Oh, I didn't. Thank you for that, Junk. I didn't know they re-released them. I might have to pick those up.
This is the witch's hut.
I don't like the sound of that.
Thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
And please watch your ass.
The fuse is busted.
Okay, we've already found this. Yeah, we've already found the things over here.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
It's the sudden stop. Eh? Eh? Hey, thermos. It's where we fucking, I like that. This makes me smile. The jingling? Oh, that's cat toy for the baby girl.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
It's so that's funny. You're right. It is me earning achievements. Oh, sorry, baby girl. That was your tail. I apologize. You're just not seeing the notification pop up on the screen. But it is me earning achievements. I'm bummed you guys aren't seeing the actual achievements pop up.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Wait a minute. What? What's this shit about a mop and a bucket? I see the... Ahti? What the fuck are you doing here? Ahti! I know you're here, motherfucker! I want to try something with the radio. Aw. I can't push the thing and have it play the music while I'm chilling in the Mind Palace.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree
was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold, like a doorway, leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle? Shouldn't spend time on old questions.
Okay, so this automatically... You know, I really like that this case wall is here, because it's a way, it's like, not only is it just like a cool narrative thing, but it's also a way to come back and refresh your memory on smaller plot points that you may not have actually like tracked at the time. That's so cool. That's actually fucking brilliant, and I love it.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. Think.
Yep, indeed, King. No, I feel like this is going down here under cult ritual.
Nah.
This goes up to cult symbols. Maybe cult symbols again? Yeah. Kind of cult. Okay. Interpret the page's meaning. That's not something I can do here. Right? Yeah. Hard agree, King. Hard agree. Alright, so back to Witch's Ladle, I guess? No, not the Witch's Hut. Interpret the page's meaning.
Witch's Ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign, Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages, was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read, the first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
Which means I have to go back to the trailer and pull the heart out of the refrigerator. Great. That's gonna be fun. Where is it from where we are? I've got the fuse box, the murder site. It's okay, so it's through here. By the FBC buzzer. I might take a bit of a side trip just to go exploring. I know exploring at night is not smart in Bright Falls, especially in Cauldron Lake. But it's not gonna stop me. I just gotta make sure I'm going the right way. Holy shit, that's wild. 2.5 petabytes, that's insane. But it makes sense. No, because that's where we came from originally. So I don't need to go back up there because there's nothing worth exploring. Yeah. Is there? You know what? Fuck it. I'm curious. I am going to go all the way back up here because I want to know if I missed anything. A little bit, King. Yeah, a little bit. Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky.
There's another lunchbox.
My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. Alright, I'm going to test something real quick. Okay. I thought that was going to pop an achievement or something. Okay, so that's the path back down, then we can loop around. Where is the game actually going to stop me? Okay, I can't go any higher than that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the amount of shit that our brains do not only simultaneously but subconsciously, automatically. It's absolutely fucking wild. Why is the music ramping up? I don't like that. Oh shit. That's the Bureau's monitoring station. Well, the Bureau, the FBC, the Bureau of Son of a bitch.
Christ!
Which means the real scare hasn't yet happened. 3, 2, 1.
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
And his chest exploded? Okay. Oh hey, more inventory space. You know what? Remedy? Props for taking notes from Resident Evil. That is exactly how the inventory management works in the Resident Evil remakes. Thank you, Toby. Oh shit. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. Oh god, Nightingale's heart's gonna be in there. I don't want to pick it up. Hello, Deja Vu.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Follow the deer. Painkillers. Trauma pack. Lady Fortuna behind the counter. Mm-hmm. I'm behind the counter, but I'm not seeing anything. I shot him in his glowy weak point and his chest exploded.
don't think I'm done here yet.
Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Nothing to report. Some animals, regular. Hunters out after dark. Poachers? Heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out there. Not just yet, King. No. No, well, it went back outside, because of course it fucking did. Aha. Don't forget to update the code.
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket.
Ah. 723? It is. Oh. No, it's not 723. Okay, so...
I don't think this is relevant.
Oh, 05. Oh, wait, okay. No, okay. I see. I think I see how they did this. 1723. So 739. Nifty. That was a fun little puzzle. Throwable weapons. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll grab the gross fucking heart that's not actually in here, which means it probably is back in the trailer. Yeah, nope. Not in there. I'm gonna stick to the pistol for now, though. Yay, safe haven. Okay, so I have to go to the other side of the general store, back to the... Okay. Yep. Whew, boy. Casey did say he was moving on. Okay, maybe it's not back in here. Yeah, no, we already saw that. So I guess we just go back to the sign? Yeah, it was part of the puzzle we already solved to open the cult cache. Right, and this is that poor sod's campground. So I guess we're going back down there. Yeah, we can cut up here. And then these are Nightingale's footprints. Yeah. Witchfinder's Station? That doesn't sound good. Interpret the page's meaning. How? The metric shit ton of rain that has been coming down, I imagine. Alright, hold on. Let's sit in the light for a second. Puzzle through this again. We have to interpret the page's meaning. How?
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Yep, okay. So I was just... I was... on the right page, just I didn't actually go through the process that the game requires. Alright, Nightingale, where's your fucking heart? Although, truth be told, I'm surprised he ever had one.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist loomed close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
But I looked in the fridge, and it wasn't there.
I need to check the general store for the heart.
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson.
Uh-huh.
The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
I am absolutely delighted that I'm able to track this story so well that I actually got 2 steps ahead of the main character, like, in a weird way, like, literally. Oh! That's new! That's really new.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you, Junk. That would be cool if you were allowed to skip ahead a little bit like that. But I kind of get why they don't allow it. Especially considering the sort of...
I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Given...
Now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Okay. Given the in-universe consequences for taking narrative shortcuts, I actually do kind of appreciate that Remedy doesn't let you do that with the game. Because Thomas Zane taking narrative shortcuts to bring back Barbara Jagger is exactly how we all wound up in this mess in the first place. Oh no.
Late night poker.
Well, now there's less monsters.
Okay, so they broke down Alan Wake's original combat into something a bit more methodical and deliberate. I like it. I like it a lot. Hi, Jagger.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Oh, this isn't good.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey! Casey, do you read me?
Nope, no going back now.
Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Logan? Logan?
Nope.
Where are you?
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, Saga.
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
You are not going to fall for it. Not on my watch. Following the voices off the beaten path in the haunted forest is how you get dead.
Please help me.
What was that?
Al?
Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right.
Oh.
This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Alright. I get it.
Need to find Nightingale.
Yeah, we're gonna look at that after we get out of here. Actually, no, we can't. Can we? Because that's almost certainly mission critical information.
The rider went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams, fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that, the writer was writing again.
All but confirming that Alan Wake's American Nightmare was indeed one of his failed attempts to escape the dark place. And it didn't work because he took shortcuts. No, no, no. I'm not dealing with the fucking birds again. Nightingale?
He's here. Nightingale.
Trapped here. Who escaped? Danger.
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
What the hell is...
Nightingale's badge.
This is an oddly convenient collection of healing items. Can we pick up his badge? I kind of want to pick up his badge, but it's not letting us. Well, onwards and upwards. Why are you after the clicker? Oh, this can't be good. Oh, this is fucking trippy as shit. Alan? You home?
Nightingale hunted Saga.
Yeesh! You gotta be fucking with me. Alright, come on, come on, come on! Ow! Okay.
Wandering in the shadows.
No, no, no! No, no!
What the hell?
I have
Nope.
to get to safety.
Baby girl, I'm kind of in the middle of something, little one. Hi, you adorable little party crasher. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh great, I'm lost. I don't know. I will check after this. Shit, shit. Oh crap, 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 crap.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it.
Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
It's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
It's just it's so stupid to be crying over a fucking video game, but like it just actually hit me. I'm actually playing Alan Wake 2. And I know I've been saying it like a joke that we're waiting fucking 13 years for this game, but Jesus.
Anders, where did you go? All of a sudden, the radio stopped working, and then the flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Oh. Like... snap me back to the game so fast. It just... Those lyrics, man. 13 years. I just... Yeah. It's just, so Alan Wake for a long time was this favorite video game that I never talked about because it came like it came out like the same weekend, the same week that the first Red Dead Redemption came out. So upon launch, basically nobody played it. But you know, me not caring about Rockstar Games or Cowboys. Meanwhile, there's this you know, like horror action game about a writer using light to fight the darkness. Like that shit was so far up my alley. Then on top of that, you know, there's Stephen King was such a obvious influence on the first one, and Stephen King was one of my favorite writers. I don't know if I think I might have just read The Shining, but Alan Wake very, very quickly became one of my favorite games ever. And it gets lost a lot in games with more polished action mechanics or more polished horror mechanics or more RPG-like stories. So, you know, you have the Assassin's Creeds, you have the Mass Effects, you have the Halos, you have all of these really big, bombastic, high-profile AAA games. Just, you know, like sort of sucking all the air out of the room. And then in the immediate era of its release, it also getting completely overshadowed by Red Dead Redemption. You know, it very quickly turned into this absolutely favorite game that I never talked about because I was the only person I knew for years that played it. I only started talking to other people who played Alan Wake within the last 3 or 4 years. And you know, we went through all of the DLCs the other day, and you know, it ends on this cliffhanger of him like potentially coming back for a sequel. And you know, back then the closest thing we got to the sequel was American Nightmare. And then after American Nightmare, nothing. Absolute radio silence out of Remedy Entertainment. Basically until Control. No, that's not true. We had Quantum Break. But, you know, Quantum Break wasn't Alan Wake 2, so that kind of... Hey, it's cool that Remedy's making this new game, but it's not Alan Wake 2, and I don't know about time travel and anything, so I passed on Quantum Break. I tried renting it once, but it didn't perform all that well on my I guess Xbox One, so I wrote it off and forgot about it. And then after Quantum Break, again, nothing on Alan Wake 2. No word on anything Remedy was doing until Control. And between Quantum Break and Control and that massive period of silence while Remedy was, you know, as we know now, again trying to make Alan Wake 2, in that period of silence between the release of Quantum Break and the announcement of Control, I largely gave up on ever seeing this game become reality. And ironically enough, the final nail in the coffin of me truly and utterly giving up on ever seeing Alan Wake 2 was the announcement for Control. I saw that Remedy logo. I was excited for maybe 3 seconds, but very quickly the announcement video for Control was something so different from the vibe and aesthetics of Alan Wake that I knew it wasn't Alan Wake 2. But Control looked interesting, so I'm like, I'll keep that on my radar. It looks like it'll be an interesting, fun game. But, you know, despite that, I had genuinely given up. The announcement of Control was the final nail in the coffin for my hope of ever seeing Alan Wake 2. And fuck. And Control came out like 5 years ago. Control came out in 2018. And you know, we by that point I had played Quantum Break, and I'd started to put together that these games might actually all take place in the same universe because there were references to Alan Wake in Quantum Break. We found, for those of you who were there when I was streaming, we found copies of Alan Wake's Alex Casey books in Quantum Break. And then there was Control and everything we found there, and the actual direct appearances of the thermos, the manuscript page. But it didn't hit me until just right now that like this game is actually out. Alan Wake 2 is actually out, and I'm actually playing it. And I got to be honest with y'all. The announcement, not the announcement of Alan Wake 2, the announcement that Saga was going to be one of the main characters, and that it was going to be this dual protagonist narrative. I didn't really let myself process it at the time. I just tried to remind myself, it's Remedy. They have proven that they know what they're doing. Alan Wake 2 has been Sam Lake's, in particular, pet project for the last 13 years. Have faith in Remedy. They'll do it justice. But the only experience I have ever had with dual protagonist video games are Halo 2 and Halo 5. And Halo 5 in particular was not the game I wanted it to be, by any stretch of the imagination. And even though Halo 2 grew on me, I remember at the time, the fact that narrative was split between the Arbiter and the Master Chief. At the time, I was super upset that so much of Halo 2, this sequel that I was wildly excited for, spent so much of its narrative with someone who wasn't the Master Chief and wasn't the Master Chief's supporting cast. And so I was really, and I didn't appreciate just how scared of this I was until right now, that I was going to have to spend all of Alan Wake 2 doing this dance between the characters where Saga's in the real world, Alan's in the dark place, and the whole narrative of Alan Wake 2 is going to be about Alan's rescue. And it's just going to revolve around Saga trying to rescue him while Alan's trying to escape. And eventually, at the very end of the game, the scene we just saw happens. At the very end of the game. That was my biggest fear for Alan Wake 2. That Alan wasn't going to escape the dark place until the very end of the game. I can't articulate why that possibility bothered me so much, but I think it comes down to like Alan Wake being a writer in a weird way. I have never felt more represented in a video game protagonist than I ever. Let me rephrase this because I'm losing the train of thought in my head. The most I have ever felt represented in a video game as a person was Alan Wake. Like, we all talk about representation in media as it relates to race and ethnicity and culture and all of that stuff, but as far as video games are concerned, Alan Wake was the game that made me feel by far the most represented. Like, it's cool when I can make an authentically black character in games that allow for that sort of thing, that allow for you to make your own character. But that doesn't hit the same way. That doesn't feel like representation to me. But Alan Wake did. And when you add that into the mix of everything else I've said in this little aside, to hear those lyrics after rescuing Alan Wake from the dark place at the end of chapter 2 of this game, essentially still in the beginning of the game, and that fear I had that it wasn't going to feel like the Alan Wake 2 that I'd always wanted, because the Alan Wake 2 that I always wanted was going to have Alan back in the real world. I honestly, Toby, that's probably it. That's probably why I was so afraid of him not getting back to the real world until the end of the game, because then that's the end of the game. I don't get to find out what happens after he comes back to the real world, because that's what I wanted most of all in Alan Wake 2, is what happens when he gets back. That's the really interesting story. In the broader scope of things, I don't care how he gets out. I just want him to get out so I can find out what happens next. And I didn't want to have to wait another 13 fucking years for the answer to that question. Oh. And just the joy and the relief in that moment of hearing those lyrics after seeing that scene and realizing that Alan Wake is back in every way that matters. He's back in our world as a video game with a new release, and he's back in his own world. Not home, but home. It's just genuinely overwhelming. And I'm so excited to dig into the rest of this game now that I know Alan Wake is back with the rest of us. And on that note, I'm gonna throw up the BRB screen. I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna get some water, because this glass has been empty. So I will see y'all when I get back.